Can I talk now? Yeah. Okay. So, good afternoon, everybody. David, am I the last? Okay, good. So I will try to be very brief. Okay, so yeah, because it is a Friday afternoon. Okay, so I would like to be able to introduce myself. This is the purpose of the presentation. So, so I will be doing it as long as we go. First of all, I have to tell you some great news. I haven't been to Teket. Okay, so I have just come from Madrid just for Sapiens Track. So that means, thank you. So that means I won't be able to talk to you about any of the revolutionary, innovative things that we as SAP have presented. Okay, that's why we had Vasily this morning, among other things. Okay, so just saying that, I wasn't inside Track Barcelona last year. I was not there. There was just a picture of me, okay, because I couldn't make it. That was all. I had my slot, I had my presentation ready. Thank God my colleague Tania came and she did my part of the presentation. So I'm sorry for not coming last year. I will try not to repeat that, but there happened some difficult event that make impossible my attendance to the event. So also I want to thank one special person in this group, in this room, and he is David. So I know him for a long time. For example, for the time when we were talking about things like BPM. Oh, come on, no. They've presented some intelligent BPM in TechEd. So maybe we may talk about that again following year. Let's see. So we were talking about something called BPM and Weaver, things like that years ago. The good thing is now we can talk about many more things. Some of them are very personal. So he told me, oh, Cesar, I would like you to come again to Inside Track Barcelona. And well, that was the conversation we had. Okay, just choose who is Alice and who is the cat. The point is, I don't want to go among mad people. You can help that, said the cat. We are all mad here. I am mad, you are mad. So how do you know I'm mad? You must be, or you wouldn't have come here. So that's the good thing about Inside Track. That means this is your mad, bro. So this is SAP, okay? Well, this is not SAP, this is myself in SAP. That means myself and SAP is a blurred love story. So let me explain that for a second. Who in this room is an SAP employee? Okay, great. So just be careful with myself, okay? So I'm just a disclaimer, okay? I'm talking personally, not from my employer, okay? Let's take that into account. So that's the thing. Being in SAP is like a blur or a broken love story. What that means? Okay, so difficult. Let's begin with that thing. Okay, we love SAP. We've been giving SAP all our love for years and years and years, but sometimes we feel that we are not fully corresponded by SAP. Okay, nothing wrong with that, as long as we are aware that this is an already broken love story. Okay, no worries. The thing is that we are here in talking about SAP in a non-SAP sanction event, which is also something wonderful. We are free to talk about SAP, which is the thing we love. And sometimes we feel that SAP doesn't love us that much. So just talking about that, I want to say goodbye to Bill. Probably you already know, but he left today, actually yesterday night. So remember that day, and not for my pitch here, because today, October 11th, 2019, is the day that Bill left SAP. Close to 10 years as a CEO, so he has been shaping everything we know right now about SAP, or feel, or the image we have. And some new people are replacing him. So best luck for them, Christian Klein and Jennifer Morgan. I really hope that they reach the same levels of Bill McDermott and help SAP to love us also again. So what is exactly part of this story of love and hate with SAP? For example, probably you remember, and many of you remember, that there was one thing in SAP, one famous website initiative in SAP called the SAP Developer Network. Who remembers that? Right, yeah. So, but now, no, the SAP Developer Network is dead. It is just called blogs SAP.com. So where is the SAP Development Network? And as part of the SAP Development Network, there was one thing called the SAP Code Exchange. And the SAP Code Exchange was really very good for employees that wanted to produce code, especially those employees like myself that are not developers. Well, I mean, we don't work in the development organization of SAP. So in 2012, I wrote that blog because I wrote some code that was able to make one thing called the SUP. Who remembers the SUP? Great, cool. I see a lot of young people raising their hands in the audience. So the SUP was the Sybase and Wired platform. It was a kind of mobility platform for SAP. And it was supposed to be the big move for SAP into mobile devices. But, well, let's say one thing. It didn't work that well, okay? It didn't work that well. Why? Because SUP was designed to call SAP. Okay, so normally you have SUP, and in online mode, the SUP application and your mobile application was calling an SAP ABAP backend. And SUP was not prepared for that. Why? Because SAP is using RFC calls. And SUP was designed with a table mindset. So actually, SUP was very good for talking to databases at table level, but not that good to talking to RFCs. So it couldn't work, but people tried. This is the great thing about partners and developers and everybody. People tried, and then it didn't scale up. So it couldn't work. So that means lots of projects were escalated and were not working. So we had to do something. Of course, SAP, well, who thinks that SAP did something to solve the issue? No one thinks that. So SAP did nothing to solve the issue, okay? To the extreme concern of all customers. But the thing was very easy to solve. Actually, the only thing you had to do was to put it backwards. If instead of calling SUP, having SUP call SAP, you did it backwards, you have SAP calling SUP, or say it in another way, ABAP sending data to SUP, then the thing could scale and could be working. Okay, and it was really working after that. So actually, most of the SUP projects were solved by this, okay? Which is something I'm very thankful for the people that could use that. And there is someone in the audience that have already worked. Well, someone told me in the audience that some customers are still using that, because they are still using SMP or the old SUP. So sometime later, I decided to publish an adapter. Okay, and that one was the JSON adapter for ABAP function modules. Actually, I was using some code in the other adapter. Actually, I was just using the code for mapping ABAP into JSON. Well, everybody knows that mapping ABAP into JSON is now standard. Okay, it's in the system, so actually you don't have to do strange things in order to map ABAP into JSON. Actually, I saw this morning the people from Linke showing the adapter for S3 using a big JSON file. So it works now, but then it wasn't that common. Actually, I wrote the code long time before that. Actually, I wrote it in 2006, but I didn't publish it. Why? Don't ask me why. It was just a hack. So I wasn't really thinking it was so important. But I was surprised. And even today, there are 172 comments, most of them coming from the time of the subdeveloper network. Okay, so that means a lot of people were using this in order to connect to ABAP in an open way. So they were using just plain JSON in order to connect to ABAP. And otherwise, okay, because you can use that in both directions. Okay, so that was very good for me. I got comments, lots of comments. For example, that one, which is Pranav Nagpal, I don't know who he is. He said in 2015, nice blog, and must say lots of comments. Not sure if I have seen this many comments on any other blog in ESDN. High praise. Okay, true. Plenty of comments in a blog. So actually, he was also wondering, we already have Gateway, blah, 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 blah. What pushed you to create your own class? Well, I created it long before Gateway, so I had to do that. But there are still reasons. Still, I'm getting new comments, I'm getting new questions, and some people are still using that. It's okay. Myself personally, I'm using that. Okay, it's very easy to use. You just take a function module, just call it in a ICN service, and you get the information in plain JSON. It's handy. Okay, but the best comment was that one. Okay, the comment from Mansour. Okay, he wrote to me. I was helping him for a long time because he was working in Pakistan, trying to make live a project with CRM. And okay, I don't know why he decided to use that for CRM, but okay, I helped him. And then he said, praise with a lot of prayers. May Allah give you what is best for you. So really, it makes you feel good when someone is praising you, is praying for you, and is asking God to be good with you. So you feel really, really very well after doing this kind of things. So here in Spain, there was a time when many people knew me, especially customers and partners. So people in SAP started to know about this adapter. And some people in sales thought that this adapter was harming sales in SAP. I don't know which product, okay, but they think, oh, your adapter is harming our sales. You say, why? Because our customers are using your adapter. You say, yeah, but in which way is it harming sales? I don't get it. I don't understand. And then one of them told me, salesperson, he told me, oh, Cesar, no, I really can't help you, okay, getting money from your code. Really, you don't have to publish it openly as open source, but really I can help you making money. So this is actually the table that tries to explain what happens in my mind. I don't know you are really free to think whatever we want, but, you know, I have never thought about money, you know. I am one person that was expecting peer recognition. I'm happy I got that. I got lots of comments, good things. Of course, I was looking for satisfaction to my intellectual hobbies. It is like, oh, I have an idea and I'm able to implement it. So yeah, really, that's a great priority. I've been able to do that. Okay. Also, really to show that I've been able to overcome technical challenges, especially when I wrote the first version of that like more than 10 years ago, and there was no really possibilities of doing that in the standard. So yeah, that makes you feel good. Also, having lots of followers, lots of people reading your blogs, and of course, praise and prayers that really went to my heart. Okay? And of course, having time for rest, family, and love. So I didn't need the money for that. I'm already an SAP employee, so I get the money. So I was doing that for those reasons. But yeah, the salesperson has his priorities, as you can see. Okay, I'm not going to explain them because I don't understand what is written there. I guess you may understand the salesperson. Of course, one of my priorities is to be invited as a speaker for the next Inside Track. Okay? That also helps you feeling better. Well, that said, I decided when I had this Cesar cat conversation with David, he asked me, oh, yeah, you're coming, but I need a title for your session. And I say, well, what should I say? And they, okay, there is a famous word that everybody is using, transformation. Okay, so let me ask you one question. Have you already transformed? Raise your hands. Who has already transformed? Great, great, great. Okay, of course, you don't understand what I mean by transformation, but some of you raise your hands. That's great. Some of you, have you already been digitally transformed? You, don't be so shy. But Niels has been explaining a very great example of how to digitally transform yourself and in a very positive way. So I say, okay, transformation begins here. So I say, okay, let's talk about the digital transformation. When people talk about digital, I don't know you, but for me, digital is I don't know if you remember a company called Digital Equipment Corporation. They made a lot of things. For example, one famous terminals called PT100, and also they made BAX systems and Unix PDP-7. I have never seen one of those, but terminals VT100 I've been using those long time ago. So digital, I was like, what's digital? Okay, why one day we started to talk about digital transformation? So let's go back. Most of you are coming fresh from tech. So probably someone was saying digital transformation, or someone was saying the intelligent enterprise, or whatever. Well, anyway, so for me, another reference of digital is Negroponte. Who in the audience remembers Negroponte? Okay, at least there is one couple of persons. But Negroponte was amazingly influential in the 90s. Amazingly. Actually, many people were quoting him as saying that he was one of the visionaries of the future. Okay, so for me personally, this explanation of digital is Negroponte's. So let's quote him again. The best way to appreciate the merits and consequences of being digital is to reflect on the difference between bits and atoms. Okay? So I'm sure you don't understand that. So I'm going to explain that to you in a very easy to understand way. Those are bits. Okay? Understand that? Okay? There were people in that movie that were able to see the reality behind those moving characters in real time. Those were bits, and there was a reality built by bits. And there was some kind of interoperability or interconnection between bits and reality. So those are bits. And is that clear? Do you understand? So be prepared. Those are atoms. Okay? Do you know what this is? Okay. Do you like that? Sorry, it's not suitable for vegetarians. Anyone in the room? So those are atoms. Okay. So tell me which you prefer. Atoms? Who is for atoms? I am for atoms. I am for atoms. Okay, great. You are not transformed digitally yet. You have to do your homework. I'm not helping you on that. Okay, keep yourself with your atoms. Okay, so just to end that part, let me explain to you how it goes. This is the digital transformation process. If you take the red pill, you go into the reality of atoms. Okay, if you take the blue pill, you will be happier and you will ignore the reality of atoms, and the beats will make you feel even better. Okay, so decide, and then you will get transformed into a digital being. Okay, clear. I am not decided yet, so I'm not gonna tell you which one is the correct one. Okay, but from what I gathered lately, the supply of blue pills is really getting low. That means that many people are taking the blue pills in those times. Okay, of course, if everybody does that, I don't know, but we are mad inside track. So really, we know what we want. So let me finish, okay, my story with myself. So, well, I've been talking about myself for so long. So, okay, so I challenge all of you in the audience. It's a big challenge to explain me what this is. Sorry? What? Evacuation. David, are you going to say something? What this is? Okay. No one knows. No one tried something. There are two tubes, correct? Yes. For the what? I don't hear him. Tube? Give him the microphone, I cannot hear. I want to hear him because he's the only one saying something.
It's two vacuum tubes.
Vacuum tubes.
Tubes.
Tubes, yeah.
Maybe from a vacuum cleaner.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Good. Maybe. Great try. Yeah. Well, let me finish that, okay? Because really, I'm not judging you for not knowing that. Really, I really hope that you never know what this is. Okay? I really hope that. Exactly. This is some kind of prosthesis. Okay? Those are called aortic grafts. Okay? They are made by plastic, one famous plastic called polyester. Okay? It's the same material used for the plastic bottles. Okay? Of course, they are medical grade and they are covered by collagen. Okay? So the thing is that, God forbid, you should never know what this is, and it's better for you that you never know what this is. Actually, I have never seen one of those, but I have one inside me. Okay? And that's the reason why I couldn't attend last year Inside Track. Okay? I was expecting to go, but then the same week, Monday morning, I had a very hard pain here. I went to the hospital, and I really thought it was nothing because actually the pain faded in a couple of minutes. Anyway, I went to the hospital, and they say, well, thank God that you came to the hospital. And I said, why? Well, actually, it took them something like 8 hours to fully understand what I had, because it's not that common, okay? So that's why you have never seen those things, okay? So it's not that common, and it was even difficult for the doctors to know what I had. But when they knew, they said, thank God that you came to the hospital. And I say, why? Well, we have to operate you now. I mean, now. I say, they say, now, yes, now. We are already preparing the surgery room and all the things. And I said, but I have a conference call at 5 o'clock in 20 minutes. They say, okay, you better cancel it because if you want. Okay, so and then I asked, okay, what are the odds of this operation? And well, we are always connected, so I have a few minutes with myself. So I read in my phone what I had. The technical name is called an aortic dissection, and the odds is okay. Of course, you have to be operated immediately, and the odds are something like 50%. Okay, so that means 50% you make another inside track in Barcelona. 50% you won't. Okay, means that. So I was like, okay, seems I have no choice. No, you don't have any choice. Okay, so let's proceed. And this is what they do. Okay, I'm showing you this because the real thing is a little bit graphic, so maybe you don't want to see that. So this is a heart, this is the aortic graft, okay, and this is the rest of the aorta. So actually, in order to do that, they have to open you, they connect you to a lot of machines, they keep you alive, they put your head into ice, they take out your heart, they put it in another machine, they cut, sew, mend, repair, they reconnect your heart, okay, they reconnect the aortic valves inside the tube, and then they disconnect you from the machines. Okay, all in all, it takes about 10 or 15 hours, depending on the cases. Okay, and in many cases, the system does not restart. Okay, so the very few tries, I was not restarting. So they just hit the button again and again, and I was not restarting. Well, thank God, after 30, maybe that's for the praise of Mansour, I don't know. But after half an hour, I restarted. Okay? So I was able to come back to Inside Track Barcelona. Of course, there is no story on that. Okay? There is not nothing. So because I haven't made my mind up about that. So I have just a lot of ideas and things going. And for me, it is really, really important that we understand the difference between persons and machines and digital. Okay, and sometimes I'm telling my colleagues that I'm getting a little bit fed up with technology now. I'm sometimes thinking that we are going too far. I don't know how far we are going, but on the other hand, someone was asking me, how far should we go? I don't know, but I told him, we need technology to design aortic grafts and to design those machines that can help you, okay, and can help the doctors open you and receive your heart and your aorta and make you alive. So I don't know, but this kind of technology, we should not stop it. Okay, that was I was very interested in Neil's presentation before, because actually there is a lot of relationship between how you feel or how you sleep and how you live. Okay, and then things like that could happen to you at any moment. So I don't know, but I tell you my story. I begin at the beginning, and then when you come to the end, we stop. So for this year, we stop. Okay, see you at the next Inside Track. Thanks, David, for inviting me. Okay, I dream big. So I hope I'll be here with a better story, I expect. And I will show you some code and some command line things and some more information. So thank you, everybody, and see you next year.